Just need to reset the course. There we go. So it starts on Disco Lounge immediately. Very good ice there. Even double ice, because why not? And Tangerine has a lot of boost compared to Ahmad. So that, however, that ball might be able to come into play later. Maybe Ahmad is actually too far from Tangerine to use this ball properly. But he does actually make it to the first place, so this ball is gonna be very useful. Tries to predict Tangerine's ping by using the ball left side instead of right side, or maybe wrong way. Ball there. Oh, Ahmad actually went slightly too fast and got stopped by the gates. Tangerine using the bomb to completely stop Ahmad in his tracks. Very good ball there. Tangerine does not have the speed to come back from this. So no items are gonna be in play there. Not yet. So far this is just gonna be speed and practice. Both players got enough boost now. So because Tangerine is first place, they should get the item first. But Ahmad missed the skip. Maybe got even tackled. Now that I think about it, very much likely a tackle. So Tangerine takes the first point, 1-0. And Ahmad goes to Mansion. Alright, first point goes to Ahmad. So far going great for him. However, Tangerine has not shown every tricks up his sleeve. Tangerine managed to get an item before dying, but so does Ahmad before winning. Tangerine tries to manipulate Ahmad's mind with a pre-ice. Pretty much undodgeable the ice as well. The tackle battle there to not get hit by the spikes. Pretty brutal. None of these players were tackled in this entire interaction, by the way. That's insane to me. Right, Ahmad manages to take the bottom path and block Tangerine in his path. And he managed to take the point. 1-1. Tangerine wants to go to Pitfall. Has shown some very good performance last time they played it. Ooh. Both players going incredibly fast, not holding any punches anymore. Maybe just being warmed up helped Ahmad actually get better. Or maybe even the lobby restart. Because I haven't seen many like very weird gameplay ever since we restarted the lobby. So it might have been it. Ahmad has an ice there, which might not be useful just now, but in the section later, it might be very useful. It still slows down Tangerine a bit, so that's good enough. The drill there is gonna be able to protect himself or save some from a couple mistakes. Like couple missed gainers. It allows him to also just use a very big section where you're supposed to use boost, but not using any boost. Even gets a second drill, because Gert felt sorry about making him miss all his gainers. Very, very good golden grapple and bomb there. Tangerine forced to blind run everything. This shockwave there should be pretty big, but Tangerine just boosts through it. Good gainer for both players. Ahmad does not have a boost, but Tangerine does not use it before he gets to the boost, so it does not have any effects in the end. And Ahmad manages to take the point. Now Ahmad has an ice, which is going to be very good yet for this section. This time the ice does not get eaten. And Ahmad even manages to get a very good item in the end. Tangerine gets a drill, which protects him from Ahmad's ball. Tangerine is ahead. Ahmad is throwing the ball backwards. Not exactly sure why. I'm a tad bit confused. Slows down Tangerine enough with the... Oh my god, with the bomb to try and kill Tangerine just fast enough, but he barely survives. And Ahmad was not expecting this and loses a lot of speed. And Tangerine manages to squeeze in the victory. 2-1. That's incredible. Alright, let's see. What's Ahmad gonna pick? He's thinking really hard. Goes with theme park. Tangerine tries to go for a cheeky instant spawn tackle. Ahmad knows that he's dead, so he does not even use his boost. Very good win trade because, yeah, there's no boost for a very long time on this map, so Ahmad gets a pretty free win and does not use his boost either to not get win traded by Tangerine. This seems to be a very viable strategy to just not use your boost on theme park at the beginning. Oh, Ahmad actually manages to get that slope surf and not go flying around. Hits the slope perfectly. Both players. Tangerine gets a slightly slower route, which ends up getting him killed. Ahmad has a box, so if he gets ahead, actually manages to slow box Tangerine just far enough. Even takes a very, very weird route and manages to squeeze the victory like this. 2-2. Looking very good so far. Oasis Abyss, okay. Very good ice. Instant bomb to counter the Ahmad speed after that ice. Ahmad taking that very wide, probably to dodge the possible ball. Use the ball to protect himself, but so does Tangerine. Rocket's gonna be used in this section to defend himself. Very good ball, but unfortunately it does not land, but so does the ice. Right, no one should go for an RG there, but Ahmad does anyway. This man is crazy. Oh, Ahmad misses a crucial grapple and lost all his speed there. Oh, they're gonna be thrown in the wall. Very good rocket. The Tangerine somehow, the rocket somehow got destroyed on his screen before. Also, Ahmad tried to ping predict the bomb on Tangerine, but unfortunately he used it a bit too early. Ice there. And very good. Ahmad takes the point on Oasis Abyss. He takes back the lead in 3-2. Plantation. And as a reminder for everybody, this is a first to 7 because of the redo. Ooh, Ahmad got an unfortunate start there. Tangerine got a pre-ice. Maybe it'll work. It will. Damn, Ahmad actually sees it and goes underneath to not get hit by it. Very well played by Tangerine. This is a very difficult trick to do. And very risky one at that, because if you miss the ice, it's a very good item loss. Ahmad tries to ping predict Tangerine again, but unfortunately he was slightly too early. And Tangerine was slightly behind Ahmad. Very good ice. Prevents Tangerine to follow up with some grapples. Ahmad going for the different route to go for a lot of boost. And manages to get the point. Even cycles the golden hook just before he gets too annoying. Because of the item cooldown, actually would have been a problem. Alright, point for Ahmad. However, Tangerine has an ice, which might be very, very bad for Ahmad. Alright, Ahmad gives the lead to Tangerine to try and win by just resources. Rocket's gonna hit the ceiling. Maybe more hindering Tangerine himself than Ahmad. Alright, incredible movement speed. Ahmad's not gonna ball the slope there, weirdly enough. Oh, the ice barely misses. Ahmad was barely just at the top of the slope. Bomb there is going to be dodged by Tangerine by not taking top route. He has to use everything he possibly has to come back, but unfortunately he's way too far and not enough resources in order to catch up. Ahmad takes the next point, 4-2. Alright. Tangerine seems to be confident on Lantern Festival. Despite being Ahmad's pick last time. Very good bomb, but also very good shockwave to deny it. Ooh. M did something weird, but the rocket unfortunately gonna be dodged. Very good ice there to prevent Ahmad from taking the skip. Golden hooks gonna be cycled because an item is not very worth there. Another golden hook. Tangerine just keeps getting golden hooks. Alright. Shockwave there. Gonna stop Ahmad just a little bit from grappling. Ooh, and makes a mistake later. Tangerine now has the small lead because of the resource management. Now Ahmad tries to slow down to not get hit by Tangerine's ball. However, it might have been a mistake as well, just a missed grapple, but I do not know for sure. Would Ahmad actually mind read Tangerine doing an advanced wall climb, but unfortunately the ping did not agree with them. I legitimately do not know where Tangerine was at that ball. Anyway, Ahmad gets a shockwave there, which prevents Tangerine from grappling for a second, and is just enough to give him a big lead. Shockwave there gonna be dodged with the given boost. Very good angle for Ahmad. He even has a bomb which is placed perfectly into a place where Tangerine is completely funneled away from the path. Ooh, Tangerine makes a really good win trade, not looking very good for Ahmad. Ooh, but Ahmad actually pre-shockwaves the beginning, so Tangerine did not expect that. Very well played. Ahmad takes it. 5-2. CT run R2. Okay. Going for different picks this time. Alright, Tangerine gets immediately tackled. Ahmad manages to hit top route when getting iced. And Tangerine dodges the ice by going the top route as well. Very well played. And we've seen on New Lab that Ahmad was actually third for the event, with a time of 39 seconds. He has practiced this map before this tournament. I mean, he probably practiced a lot of maps before the tournaments, but this one was surely one of them. Very good pathing for both players. Jesus Christ. Insane item usage, but also insane item dodges. Ahmad blocking Tangerine away, and because he knows it goes for an item and even taunts at the end, because he's just that confident. Right, Ahmad actually gets an insane grapple, insane movement. Just flexes his Lord of the Run badge anytime he possibly can. He's just showing his dominance. 6-2. Alright, going for genetics, a very wild card map. Very snowball heavy. Yes, Giza and Arch, there was in fact a reset. This is a first to 7. I don't know how long you've said that, so I don't really know. Very, very good dodge on the ice there. Bomb unfortunately gonna be instantly used, but because it was a bomb, it needed 2 inputs. Very good golden grapple, completely blocked the mud from actually doing backward grapples. Shockwave there, very, very good, very well placed shockwave. Ahmad reads the Tangerine's mind and actually waits for the gate to open. Both players get a very good item, however, Tangerine misses the ball. Gets an ice, but Ahmad actually holds the ground to dodge that ice. Tangerine takes the shortcut that Ahmad does not, because he really expected Tangerine to not get hit by this. And Tangerine manages to zone out Ahmad with that ice. Completely out of stock. Alright, Tangerine does not take the shortcut to not open it for Ahmad. Ahmad has the lead this time. So, ooh, actually missed the slope, so he lost a lot of speed there. Shockwaves are gonna be used. Both players pretty much out of screen. Tangerine gets a very dangerous ice for Ahmad there. Ahmad has to face tank it. He has to do it. Otherwise, it's too much of a loss. Oh, I don't know what happened to Ahmad there, but he lost a lot of speed. 63. Yep. Insane. 6-3. Alright, and the mod's pick is gonna be Citadel. Now Tangerine has to win 4 of these. 4 of a mod's pick. Instantly uses the shockwave to the bomb to get a speed advantage. However, Tangerine was on top of him, so it actually helped both of these players. Waiting to not get hit by the rocket there. Ahmad making very good use of the map geometry. Even manages to take first place, an instant item to try and catch Tangerine off guard, but he actually... Oh my god, he actually took the skip! And Ahmad actually hit the skip very well. Get hit by a bomb, unfortunately not gonna have enough speed to survive this. That was a very, very cool move on the skip though. Ahmad takes full boost to try and get back into the game. Ooh, Tangerine actually used the bomb his way to prevent Ahmad from getting speed and possibly using the ball through the wall. Alright, Ahmad completely stopped by the box, but because he knows that he hits the box first and then dies, so that his win trade is not that ineffective. Ahmad's path got stolen by Tangerine. Ahmad has to take the skip. Manages to hit it, but Tangerine still managed to did not deliver a single point to Ahmad. 6-4. Dude, this is insane. Ahmad needs a single match point. That's all he needs. Immediately, a rocket bombs himself to gather as much speed as possible. Gets another bomb, but this time uses it to hinder Tangerine. Goes upwards to dodge the ice. Even has a ball to hit the Tangerine backwards, very far away if necessary. Tries to hit Tangerine on the swing back to force him to be stuck in a wall. Unfortunately, it does not land and makes a couple mistakes because of Tangerine's shockwave, and gets pretty decently far behind. Ahmad tries to tackle on the way there. Even tries to go for a really confusing grapple with an ice to try and hit Tangerine. Rocket there for Ahmad is gonna be very scary for Tangerine that somehow dodges it. There is rockets everywhere, even in Ahmad's pocket. The ball there gonna be attempted, not gonna hit anybody. Somehow, okay. Ahmad's ball is gonna be extremely scary for Tangerine. Oh, Ahmad actually making a small grapple mistake there, losing a lot of speed. Not making a perfect 90. But there is gonna be placed at the top of the slope. Should remember that for next rounds. Very good. We barely entered the timebreaker. Sudden death. Sudden death in the tournament finals reset is just crazy. Alright. So far Ahmad got a very good lead. Even has an item. Does not manage to hit Tangerine because they decided not to go for an item for speed. However, it's gonna bite them. Ahmad takes the second point. Tangerine cannot give him anything. Very good counter by Ahmad, going up there and not dying immediately to that cam. Unfortunately for Ahmad, it's actually Tangerine's plan to slow down just enough to be in an uncomfortable and unwinnable condition. Tangerine gets a bomb there, which funnels Ahmad in the top route and loses him a lot of speed. Even balls to make sure he's dead. Alright, Tangerine gets an ice there, which might be an insanely good item for Ahmad there. Yeah, Ahmad could not wait enough for this. Very good comeback from Tangerine. Goes 6-5. Tangerine is coming back slowly but surely. Ahmad has to think really hard. What map would he win 100%? Is it gonna be one of a skilled map, one of a more technical map? He chooses library. So far, both players have to wait for the laser. Ahmad gets the big chips, but so does Tangerine. Tangerine waits just long enough for Ahmad's ice to be avoided. Ahmad gets a very nice angle on the library, but Tangerine does as well. However, they're forced to follow. Oh, the ice, unfortunately, not gonna be completely dodged somehow. I'm not sure. I think Tangerine actually just crouched under the ice. That's very impressive. Tangerine taking a slightly safer path for the swing up, which is, I believe, slightly slower, but ended up working in his favor. Ahmad barely not dying to Cam there. Uses the shockwave very cleverly to block the grapple. Ball there from Ahmad is probably gonna be very deadly for Tangerine because it funnels you in such a small position. He even gambles an item for it. Ahmad tries to go for a tackle because it's his only hope. Unfortunately missed it, so now he can only play for resources. Very good shockwave, but Tangerine had a shockwave of himself, so he keeps the lead. Ahmad cannot follow him up there because of the laser. Ahmad has to win trade this one. And Tangerine was even going for the massive map skip. Alright, the ice there should guarantee Ahmad a win there. No. Forces Tangerine to take the bottom path, which is slightly slower. Ooh, is very gnarly dodges the rocket because Ahmad saw he was just far enough to get hit by the rocket, so he actually went faster to dodge it. Insane rocket, actually incredible. Oh my god, what was that? That was incredible. It was in fact dodged. The tackle there is gonna cost Ahmad a lot. Golden grapple not gonna land. And that's gonna be the point for Tangerine. Actually makes a mistake. Tangerine forcing a win trade against Ahmad. Very clever. Now, I do not think Ahmad can do anything about this. Actually, hold on. Never mind, Ahmad is the GOAT. Ahmad tries to predict the ball, but unfortunately not gonna land. Does not have the resources to follow up. And gets hit by the rocket anyways. 6-6. Is this gonna be the greatest comeback? There's no way, right? This is the final match. And it's gonna be on Factory. One of the most, well, actually the most technical official maps out there. No win trade is gonna be made. Takes the Tangerine taking the long route to not get golden hook, but also messed up. But so did Ahmad. Both players seems to be just as exhausted as each other. forces Tangerine to go forward. Even uses the golden grapple to force Tangerine to actually go through the lever. Ahmad does not get tackled there, but so does Tangerine. Very good bomb there, follows Tangerine perfectly into a good position. Very good bomb as well to completely dodge the ice. Rocket there, it's gonna be fumbled. Fortunately, Tangerine was just not close enough for this. Very good shockwave for both players. However, Tangerine's was seemingly more effective. Oh, the ball there is he's gonna kill Ahmad. Ahmad manages to get a ball out of this, but Tangerine has a lot more boost, which is extremely bad for him. Ahmad tries the best he can do and just tries to immediately tackle. Ahmad's ball is should be used pretty much defensively. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be big enough. And Tangerine wins again with a lot of boost. This is looking extremely bad for Ahmad. He has to lock in completely. Does not use any boost, just walks. Because this is pretty much a resource battle. Alright. The match seems to be back to even. Very good move for Ahmad. This still going? Yes, it is. This is 6-6 redo. Both players are going absolutely insane. Tangerine is insanely close to victory, but Ahmad does not want to give it. Insane tackle. Both players are extremely exhausted and making more and more frequent mistakes. Maybe just being extremely stressed about the situation. This is an incredible match. Very unfortunately, the shockwave did not do as much damage as Tangerine hoped it would be. The ball there gonna force the lever. The bomb unfortunately not gonna hit Tangerine in the right spot. Ahmad is gonna make it safe and stay very close to the ceiling to not get tackled. Ice there is gonna be very great. Tangerine is gonna slow down intentionally to hit the ice. Ahmad knows this and tries to use the shockwave to save himself. This is actually extremely bad for him. Ahmad has to go for a boost. Oh, but gets an RG! And that's gonna be it. Congratulations, Tangerine, 7-6.